From the Center for Agricultural Profitability at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, this is Nebraska Farmcast. I'm Ryan Evans, and on this episode, I'm glad to be joined again by Charlotte Narjes. She is the director of the Nebraska Cooperative Development Center here at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, based in the Department of Agricultural Economics, where our Center for Ag Profitability also is housed. And Charlotte is also currently serving as the interim coordinator for Buy Fresh, Buy Local Nebraska, which we're going to be talking about today because they've got their membership drive coming up for 2024. So Charlotte, thanks for being here again.
Thank you, Ryan. Thanks for having me today. And really, the timing's just perfect. Buy Fresh, Buy Local is just launched yesterday. It's membership drive for this next year. And we're encouraging new members to join and help connect producers to the consumer.
And it's a great organization that's been doing awesome work throughout the state for small farmers, for farmers markets, food cooperatives, things like that. So the website, before we get too much further, is buylocalnebraska.org, right? So we'll have that link in our podcast notes as well, so you can check that out wherever you're listening to this. But first, why don't you just tell us a little bit about Buy Fresh, Buy Local, what's been going on lately?
Okay, well, great. Well, one of the things we're doing is we're in the process on Monday. We'll be starting to review candidates for the new coordinator position.
You mean you don't want the position full-time?
No, I do not. I think I need, if there were three of me, maybe could add another job in there. But this person really wants someone that's passionate about local foods and a good network of a builder and relationship builder with a lot of people that work in the area, just to market the program. So that's one of the major things going on Buy Fresh, but the membership right now is our first priority.
Sure. Well, that's great. Good luck with that search. I know Buy Fresh, Buy Local has benefited from tremendous leadership in the past, and hope you get a good pool there, and we'll look forward to meeting whoever fills that chair next. Turning to the membership drive now for Buy Fresh, Buy Local. You do this every year, and again, this is an effort to recruit small farmers, farmers markets. I mentioned co-ops. Anybody that I'm missing?
Businesses, restaurants that are using local foods that can be listed in the directory. And we have them statewide. And there's the guide. We have a printed guide that all the members will be in there, as well as the website that Ryan, you mentioned already. There's a really robust website.
Yeah, it's a great site, and a lot of exposure comes with membership in Buy Fresh, Buy Local. And can you talk about where those membership dollars go, besides getting the exposure in the food guide and the website? You know, where do those membership dollars go, and how do they support the program and its work?
Right. The membership dollars truly support the printing of the online guide, or the printed guide, and as well as advertisements and different sponsorships. The guide, if we're able to print 5,000, sometimes we used to print 8,000, but with cost, as you're well aware, we've had to cut back the numbers, so it's more like 5. But the printed guide then is distributed across Nebraska. And that is truly where most of the costs go, is the development of the guide. One of the things we're doing new this year that is really highlighting to have people that aren't members join and support. There's from a friend as low as $25 to sponsors up to $3,000 to help us do more, so that we could have more reach across Nebraska.
Great. And that local food guide is a really great resource. It's seen at so many places. As you mentioned, at least 5,000 copies go out throughout the state. And if you can talk a little bit more about what's featured in that and how that is a resource for Nebraskans.
Sure. The local food guide, in it has all the members and where they're located. It talks about the type of products that they raise or sell, and you can. And if you're on the online guide, you can actually link to it and go to their website. But their website is listed here as well, so you can find local producers there. We are connected also to the Market Maker program at the university. There's a download that links in. But the difference between, it's kind of an added-on benefit to those that join. Market Maker has all the names there. Where Buy Fresh, Buy Local with the membership, we have a Facebook page where they do local promotions of each person, and just sharing out information on the listserv of all the opportunities. You asked earlier what Buy Fresh does recently, and I thought, well, recently we're just surviving. But in the past, when our past coordinator was here, Margaret, we worked with the Farm to School programs and other efforts with the Center for Rural Affairs and the Department of Ed, such as Harvest of the Month program, and just helping to promote local foods across the state.
Great, which is so important. And I think, is there still growing interest? Does that interest continue to grow in local foods across Nebraska that you're seeing?
Yes. In fact, I feel like it's even more. I think there's more younger people that are involved in raising crops and wanting to be a part of the local food effort. I think I shared on a past podcast with you, Nebraska has its first worker cooperative farms, and that's of people that are younger, really wanting to get into farming. And the demand is there, and I think there's a real need of figuring out how do you market, how do you get the products to the consumers, and learning from each other.
Great. What do you hear from Buy Fresh, Buy Local members out there about their support for the organization, for why they're joining Buy Fresh, Buy Local and continuing to support it and wanting to be in the local food guide?
Well, I've had some interesting conversations with people since Margaret's been gone, and it's always good to hear. One is from an individual that moved back to Nebraska and working with an organization now, and it helped her to build relationships and find out where everyone was and the guide. Others like it because if you view the local food guide, it is a beautiful document. The publishing, the printing, the color, it's very good. People like just looking at it. So like if we're at the Discovery Days here on UNL for their farmers market, people are always picking it up and looking at it. There's also some nice articles on there. We always try to have some current ones. Last year's focused on beekeeping and honey, and was one of them, and then on also local local meat organizations and healthy eating that way.
Great. And you mentioned that this is an affordable opportunity for people out there to be able to join at all different levels. So where can folks go to find out more about this, and how long are you doing the membership drive?
The membership drive to be in the printed guide, we're asking people to register by March 15th. They can go to the Buy Fresh, Buy Local website, which will be the address will be in the podcast notes. And or you can contact me, we'll help link, but from the website, there's plenty of information. And again, if we have people that would like to support, one of the other things you really do is help keep that membership low for our farmers to be able to continue to join at an affordable rate.
Right. That is buylocalnebraska.org for more information on Buy Fresh, Buy Local and how to get into this year's local food guide with the organization. So again, we've been speaking with Charlotte Narjes. She is the director of the Nebraska Cooperative Development Center, and right now is filling the role of coordinator for Buy Fresh, Buy Local Nebraska. Again, buylocalnebraska.org, the website. Thanks, Charlotte.
Thank you, Ryan.
Nebraska Farmcast is a production of the Center for Agricultural Profitability at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln. For the latest research-based information and education resources to manage your farm or ranch operation, visit our website at cap.unl.edu. That's cap.unl.edu.